After the bombings, now the gunfire of a police manhunt. Four days after the Boston Marathon, the net began to close in on two men named by police as suspects. They had been captured on CCTV and described as armed and dangerous. It began when the men tried to rob a supermarket on a college campus. They escaped, but not before killing a police officer named as 26-year-old Sean Collier. Next, the suspects stole a vehicle, leading police on a dramatic chase, reportedly throwing grenades from the windows.
You could hear what sounded like it definitely sounded like it was a shootout / chase. Cops were coming from this direction towards Watertown from Cambridge, and definitely heard a few explosions.
They were like pulling cars over. A guy like blocked off the street, and most of the cars turned around. And I was like, why not? I'll pull over. I mean, see what's happening. And I mean, I could tell they were serious because he drew a pistol at me and he was like, go back, go home.
By the early hours, the suspects had reached the neighbourhood of Watertown. Residents managed to post images of the chase on the internet. One picture appeared to show a stray bullet, even penetrating furniture inside an apartment. During the gunfight, one of the suspects was wounded. Tamerlan Tsarnaev later died in hospital.
He was in a traumatic arrest with CPR ongoing. We spent about 10-15 minutes trying to resuscitate this patient with a number of procedures being done that were unsuccessful, and at 1:35 in the morning he was pronounced.
The second suspect, Tamerlan's brother Dzhokhar, managed to escape. As the hunt for him continued, police made numerous arrests trying to find new leads. It's not clear why these men were detained, but it gives you a sense of how nervous Boston has become. After a night of drama, specialist bomb teams moved in at first light. There were reports Dzhokhar Tsarnaev had explosives strapped to his body. SWAT teams and the army combed the area, moving house to house. People were told to stay at home. Businesses and the transport network ordered to close.
We're asking people to shelter in place, in other words, to stay indoors with their doors locked and not to open the door for anyone other than a properly identified law enforcement officer, and that applies here in Watertown, where we are right now, also Cambridge, Waltham, Newton, Belmont, and at this point, all of Boston. All of Boston.
Monday's explosions killed 3 people and injured more than 170. The brothers lived just a few miles from the marathon finishing line. Their house is now being searched.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone needs to move back around the corner, and you move now, please.
Police are focusing their efforts on just a few streets in Watertown, with reports of shots being fired from inside a security cordon. Every effort is being made to trap the man they believe to be one of the Boston bombers. Lisa Holland, Sky News.